What's up, guys? This is Iconic Repaints. This is going to be entry number 3 in my YouTube channel, focused on custom Funko Pops, the ones that I've done, starting from my first ones early on. And as I keep uploading, I will get more and more into my recent customs, just to chronologically kind of go through the visual of, the growth, hopefully, and the things I've kind of learned along the way that I didn't even really know to pay attention on in the beginning. So, number 3 is going to be Daenerys and Drogon from the mega hit HBO series Game of Thrones, which ended a couple years ago, to I'll say mostly negative reviews. And just for the sake of sanity and time, I'm going to try to avoid getting myself distracted and going off on a whole tangent about the way the series ended and everything. So that could be a whole separate video in itself, and I would like to try to keep this short. So Daenerys and Drogon. So for those, I guess, that have never watched Game of Thrones or read the books, I've never read the books. I've only watched the show. Daenerys is basically a refugee Targaryen. Her family was pretty much ousted and slain from the current king, and she and her brother were on the run. And just to fast forward here for the sake of just staying focused on the Funko Pop, she she comes across 3 dragon eggs. They're supposed to be, I guess, just a gift, something that's luxurious looking and very special. It's invaluable. She manages to get the eggs to hatch. And mind you, at this point, dragons were all pretty much considered wiped out, extinct, just something that existed a really long time ago. And she now has 3 baby dragons, and that's what happens at the end of the first season. That's basically the big revelation to her character, to her arc. So we see her dragons grow and mature in age, just like we do with like the Starks and their wolves. Well, her dragons become bigger, they become more integral to the plot, and her biggest and most powerful dragon is Drogon. It's the one that she basically has the strongest relationship with, and he by show's end, he doesn't even feel like an animal. He's basically like a whole separate character on his own. So I really, as a Game of Thrones fan, as I didn't really have any pops, any of the Funkos for them, but I knew I wanted Dany and Drogon, as that's like her most famous dragon, and that's so I got that. And when I got it, I just felt like I thought Dany looked fine. Dany looked, good, but Drogon, I don't know what it was, but Funko just kind of sent these things out with absolutely no kind of like attention to the details or accents or anything like that. So really the idea of this pop, and I do this sometimes, rather than uh, customizing pops to be like separate characters, sometimes I'll just take a pop of a character and just find ways to tweak it and kind of enhance it, which is exactly what I did here with Drogon. And I wanted to really kind of just bring out his colors a little more. It really wasn't painstakingly hard or anything like that. I didn't put a whole lot of work into kind of changing him up entirely. It was really just I wanted to bring out the red hues in the wings and the fins, especially the fins on the back of the tail. I just felt like the little bit of red there would really make it pop. The biggest challenge was trying to find the right shade of red, because no matter what images I pulled up of Drogon, depending on the lighting and I guess at what stage of maturation he was in his growth process, the red was different shades. Some of it was more um, kind of vibrant. Some of it was definitely toned down. So I kind of tried to find a nice little middle ground about it. And then the other thing, and the thing that I think really drove me kind of like the most nuts about the basic factory Funko Pop paint design, is the horns on the head. They were just frosted white, which I'll show you in pictures. And I just think even just changing the horns to look like actual ivory, colored, or at least inspired horns adorning his head, I really thought made a big difference. I also touched up on the teeth and the claws and the wingtips. And that was really it. I didn't do too much of it. I spent actually, considering this was only my third pop and this was the first one that kind of had like more of a realistic, uh, you know, approach to it on my end. I was happy enough with this. I didn't go overboard. I didn't really, like I said, and I didn't touch up like the bottom of his belly. I really didn't go into anything with the shading of his black skin. And I didn't touch the eyes. I kept it simple. I kept the eyes red the way they were. If I did this pop today, I probably would tackle the eyes. I feel a little more confident in doing so, but even still, the eyes of the dragons in the show, they were, I don't think they're easy eyes to pull off. So I'm happy for what it is, especially at the time. I thought it looked night and day compared to what came in the box. And so this actually ended up not being the only dragon I did. I actually did Rhaegal and Jon Snow as well, which I'll show up soon actually, because I didn't do it too late after I did Drogon. But I also just recently got the Night King and Viserion, so I haven't even painted that one yet, and I don't know when I'm going to get time to. So hopefully soon though, and I could definitely compare the three of them. But yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of this one. I want to keep this video shorter, and you can see in the video kind of some of the details that I highlighted. And if you have any comments or questions or anything like that, please feel free to put them below. If this is something you want to keep following, please subscribe, and I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks a lot. Bye.